you're learning astrology and you already understand signs, houses, planets, and aspects. Here's what to do next. I really see knowing astrology as mastering it through two axes, and that is Gemini, Sagittarius, and Virgo, Pisces. You have to start with Mercury, with really understanding like the linguistics and what all the placements mean. You can't skip that part. But once you get there and you have a solid understanding of what everything means, that's when you get to the Sagittarius, Pisces energy of chart interpretation, which involves intuition, Sagittarius, and holistic perspective, Pisces. If you haven't already, it's absolutely time to start looking at the round chart wheels. This is where astrology comes to life and you can really capture the true essence of a person. This is where it goes from being some Googled interpretation of what an aspect means into a person's life story and all of the nuance and complexity that comes with being a human being. The key here is to start to notice that multiple aspects, placements, and parts of a chart will tell you the same story. They just each add a different depth or dimension or detail. Every chart has an undercurrent, and you can start to notice how each part of the chart works together in synthesis and how it gives you a detailed interpretation of the life by looking at the chart. Of course, I'm going to walk you through this. We're going to use Kurt Cobain's chart as an example because that's my go-to. This chart is an individual roadmap to Kurt Cobain's soul and what he was here to learn in this lifetime. We look at this and we can see childhood experiences, key lessons, and themes that came up throughout the course of his life. What's important to pay attention to right now is the fact that multiple parts of the chart are going to tell us the same story, and I'm going to show you this. We start with this Pisces stellium opposing his Virgo rising. He was incredibly sensitive and emotional and always felt the pain and suffering of the world, but he had a part of him that never felt like he was meant to be here. That sounds really heavy, but we see Chiron here, and Chiron's a key part of his chart. Fame was also a key part of his chart and his journey, with his moon in his 10th house, Jupiter in his 10th house, and then a north node in Taurus indicating gaining wealth over time. This fame was supported by his grand trine that's happening in these water signs, super strong with his Pisces placements and then Neptune. This was great for having overnight career success, but it also indicates his drug addiction and all of the problems that came with that, and also that his drug problems became worse when he became famous, because when this trine got activated and everything lit up and expanded, Jupiter, so did his issues. But the sensitivity and pain and suffering are a key part of his journey that he could not get away from even when he became famous, and actually were the propellant into him making his art. He started with the sensitivity, made art based off of it, and then the success of his chart was ready to propel him into fame once he did so. Kurt needed to be overwhelmingly sensitive in order to fulfill his purpose, transforming the world through his unapologetic honesty. Each piece of the chart is a key part of the puzzle, and astrology is seeing what image is created when you fit it all together. Could go a lot deeper, but I'm almost out of time. I hope this was helpful.